around. You're peeping the sound that pound for pound is down to its found underground, so the light can be found. Peep the flavor. Your television rocking with New York style. You peeping the scene that flows like the Nile. Liquid sunshine flowing as your TV runs wild. It's Charwren's Peepshow, so don't touch that fly. Charwren's Peepshow. Liquid sunshine in a box. Charwren's Peepshow. Negative, positive, it's your prerogative. Give what you gotta give, live the way you wanna live. Before the show, the definitely gotta go strong. The ones that ride the house all night long. Every Thursday, 11 p.m., Channel 8. You know that Charwren's Peepshow song. Music, raw dog, the band's all types. Artists, cause parks, oh yes, believe the hype. Keep the hype, it's the night, shining bright. Step up the field of light, and you might just do it with the Peepshow. Charwren's Peepshow. Peep it. It's on. Run and tell that. Peace and blessings. Welcome to another edition of Charwren's Peepshow, Liquid Sunshine in a Box. I'm your host, Mark Wren, here to show you how we do. And we've got a very special show for you in store for you today. If you're interested in action films, martial arts, or extreme sports, sit back and relax, and we're going to take you to the fastest growing sport in the United States, American kickboxing. Yeah, the clip you just watched was from a recent American kickboxing event held at Yonkers Raceway in New York. The event was brought to the New York area by the United States Kickboxing Association. And with us representing the United States Kickboxing Association, we have Kyoshi Tommy May from the Westchester Academy of Self-Defense. Thanks for being with us on this show, you know, spotlighting American kickboxing. Kyoshi Tommy May, would you tell us something a little bit about, you know, American kickboxing?
Well, the sport, when it first got started, it was called full contact karate in the United States. It got started back in the early 1970s, and the first American champions were people as famous as Joe Louis, who was a heavyweight at that time, Jim Smith, who was the light heavyweight champion, Bill Wallace, who was the middleweight champion, and Gordon Franks, who was the lightweight champion. And they fought and in the World Championships, and that's how they got the titles. And the PKA, which is the Professional Karate Association, was really the first formed, and it was started by Don and Judy Quine, and they got the sport professionalized. It was on, you know, a lot of national TV, and Mr. Joe Corley today, who owns the PKA, the Professional Karate Association, he runs the biggest karate championship in the United States called the Battle of Atlanta. He owns the PKA, and he still has a lot of fighters throughout the world that compete in full contact karate. And there's many different organizations, the USKBA, there's so many today. And the United States Kickboxing Association is not new neither, and we've had several bouts. Their base started in Nevada, and now we're here in New York. We had our first show in Yonkers. It was a small show, but it's going to grow. People loved it, and American kickboxing is here to
stay, huh?
Yeah,
it's truly the sport.
Exciting sport, and people are going to like it. It's a little bit more than boxing, but boxing is exciting today too.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I guess with that extra dimension, using, you know, your feet and your hands, it adds that much more. It seems to also be affecting a lot of people, like, you know, children and adults of all ages and everything across the board.
Well, you have karate, you have jiu-jitsu, you have kung fu, you have a lot of different martial arts schools, and American kickboxing is something that everybody can do. You don't have to go in the ring and fight. You can just train as a kickboxer because the conditioning helps you out a lot. There is places, new things, new gyms that are coming out, Bodies in Motion, that's very big in California right now. And what they do is they just train people in kickboxing, just like if you was a kickboxer, training on the heavy bag, working and jumping rope, etc. And people like that type of training. We have from senior citizens all the way to executives, doctors, lawyers, things like that. And people are training. It's big. That's why I incorporated it in my school. So a lot of people are doing kickboxing.
It appears that American kickboxing seems to make a strong attempt to connect with martial arts. Do you find that
Most people that are in kickboxing have to have some type of knowledge of the martial arts. I don't see where it could be without it, you know. But we do blend, you know, American boxing. That's where we call it American. So it has the kicking from the Orient and the American, you know, boxing together, which is good. So you learn how to use your hands, you learn how to use your feet.
Yeah.
And at the same time, people are keeping in shape, they're burning out stress, learning how to build confidence, etc., things like that.
That sounds excellent. So I know that the USKBA, United States Kickboxing Association, they put on exhibitions and things of that nature also?
Yeah, like I said, in Nevada they had several bouts, and this was our first bout that we had at Yonkers Raceway. And it was like I said, it wasn't the biggest crowd that we ever had, but it was the first time out. And we had cutting through a lot of red tape. We had several places where we were going to have the event, and we had to move. But Yonkers Raceway, you know, Yonkers Raceway was it was excellent for us. Okay,
Judging
they
by
helped us out a lot. You know, they're real good people to work with.
They seem to put a lot of exhibitions in their shows, I see, too. You know, the last show, I noticed they had some nice exhibition, you know, exhibition things going on.
We try to show not only in the kickboxing, but we try to have other martial arts demonstrated, you know, within the demonstrations and, you know, with the full contact to break it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, maybe we could show a little bit of those, you know, show some of those demonstrations, you know, here or something like that,
sure.
You know. Maybe you can introduce, you know, some of the people you brought with you here that are going to maybe do some exhibitions a little later on.
Sure.
Okay, so we have maybe, you know, you could mention...
On my left here is Mr. John Hollis. He's been training over 20 years in the martial arts. He's been with me ever since he was a kid. Mr. Hollis is very well known on the East Coast. He's won numerous karate championships. He's very good, what we call kabuto, in Okinawan training. It's called weaponry, and Mr. Hollis is good with many of the different weapons, but he's really a master in the nunchucks. The nunchuck is a weapon that you'll see in the demonstration. It has 2 sticks. It's outlawed in the United States, so we tell him, if you see this demonstration, don't buy them or use them because you can get arrested. We do teach nunchucks in our school, but we only teach them to law enforcement people or people that, you know, have the right to use them because it is outlawed. But we teach it as an art. Our students are told not to use them in the street, and when they do practice in class, they use rubber ones that can't hurt themselves and things like that, right? And stuff.
So John, tell me, do you feel that kickboxing helps enhance your regular performance with the martial arts?
Yes, it does. It builds up encouragement, inspirement. It makes you more able to understand that you can handle yourself in the street, and, you know, with your training to do day in and day out, that, you know, it makes you a tougher martial artist.
Yeah,
so yes, I do believe that kickboxing and martial arts enhancing together.
So it sharpens the skills
Sharpens the
and
skills,
things of that nature?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And to my
right here is this beautiful lady here is my goddaughter. Her name is Gina Rose, and she's been in karate, in the martial arts, since she was 5 years old. She studies karate and jiu-jitsu, and she also trains in American kickboxing. She loves to work out and gives her good shape, etc. like that. Gina works out tremendously. She also is very good with the children's classes. She's one of the head instructors that teach our children's program at the Westchester Academy of Self-Defense. and she's also an aspiring actress. She's just been in 2 recent movies, Love Walked In with Dennis Leary, and The Peacemaker with George Clooney and Nicole Kidman. So you'll see her in those 2 movies coming out.
Fantastic. We have all the professionals here. I love it. I'd like to thank both of you guys, John, and Gina, for coming on the show. I understand that we're going to have the pleasure of seeing a special martial arts exhibition right here in our studio. Is that correct?
Mr. Hollis is now going to demonstrate the Okinawan weapon, the nunchuck.
Great, great.
And you see the speed in the nunchuck, how he twirls it, and the blocking, the striking with it. This is an Okinawan weapon. The style that we teach is called Ishinryu karate, and the weapon comes from Okinawa. It was used by the farmers to protect themselves against the samurai warriors that would attack them. And the nunchuck was made popular, but mostly famous by Bruce Lee in his movies. And as you see Mr. Hollis in his speed and demonstrating the weapon here, he is very good at it. He's also a champion in karate, and he's won many tournaments using this weapon. We ask that the people out there watching today do not use this weapon. It is outlawed. And when we do practice the art in our school, we practice with rubber nunchucks, and we only teach people that are law enforcement. You can see by the speed, how he's moving, that he's very efficient in the weapon.
I'd just like to echo those feelings that this is serious work here, and these are professionals, not to try this at home. So we're going to have actually 2 exhibitions, right? We're going to show Mr. Horn in what's the second one?
The second demonstration is by my goddaughter Gina DiNapoli here, and she's going to be demonstrating basic self-defense techniques that women could use in today's world. It's important for any man, woman, or child to know how to defend themselves, but mostly more women today with a lot of attacks, sexual attacks on women. Gina's been in the martial arts since she was 5 years old. She's also very much into American kickboxing. She trains in the karate and the jiu-jitsu and aikido classes that we have, and then she goes and trains in our American kickboxing. She doesn't compete in kickboxing, she just goes for the training because she's also into acting, dancing, and singing. She just recently has been in 2 movies, okay? The movies that she's been in recently, you're going to see they're coming out soon. They are Love Walked In with Dennis Leary, and The Peacemaker with George Clooney, who's going to play Batman soon, and Nicole Kidman. 2 great movies, and Gina has a nice part in them.
Great, so we could be looking for Gina on the movie scene. She's there already, so we'll be look for those movies, guys.
Right.
All right, so let's go to that exhibition now. Peep it out. That was excellent. Now we're going to give everybody a little chance to catch their breath, and we're going to go to a little break right now, so we'll be right back.
Free your mind.
That was terrific. That was excellent. We're back and we've caught our breath. That was an excellent, excellent exhibition. You know, it was great.
Well, Gina and Mr. Hollis here, John Hollis, they're professionals. They've been in martial arts many years, and they know really a lot of techniques, and they're very good showmen too.
Yeah, definitely.
I said, to get back in about American kickboxing, Gina can tell you about our women's program, how tremendously, we have so much women in our school lately.
That's great. So how does that go, Gina? You enjoying working out with, how do you feel American kickboxing has affected you?
Okay, I started in the martial arts when I was young. Now I got into the kickboxing. It's real good to keep in shape. It's good for your confidence. And I think a lot of women should be, into some type of martial arts, and if it's kickboxing.
Yeah, I can imagine that it takes just a tremendous amount of preparation and everything, for, you guys make it look so easy up there, but I could tell that you put in a lot of time and everything. John, maybe you could touch on it a little bit, how much time actually goes into this type of thing? I can imagine a lot,
It goes into it very heavy. Far as I can understand, when I first started getting into full contact, I thought it would be just as simple as training in class and keeping myself in shape, which, as I started to learn, doing 5 miles a day, punching on the bag, makiwara training, rigorous sit-ups and push-ups, and with a great coach like Kyoshi here, he makes sure that I keep in shape by doing all these rigorous exercises. So it's a lot of endurance on the body, and it's much more than training in the dojo. You're training beyond the dojo now, and now you're training pro boxing, pro karate together, Yeah. So it's a lot to endure.
Definitely, and you guys, like I said, you make it look easy, and it looks great.
Thank you.
Kyoshi, maybe you could explain a little bit about your school, since I see the fruits that it's bad. You
Well,
must
I have many students like them here to go on. The names go on forever. I have a lot of people that started me very young, and now they're in their adulthood. And they're all, one thing about our school, we're like a family. The Westchester Academy of Self-Defense has been in the Rochelle. This Valentine's Day coming up, we're going to be there for 25 years in the same location.
Tradition.
Yeah, we don't have any contracts or dealing with finance companies like a lot of schools do today. American kickboxing is for the whole family. We have young children from the age 5 all the way up to senior citizens that could train in this new sport. My wife, Janine, she was a national rated champion along with my son Michael. They were both rated national karate champions, and now they both train in the art. My godson, Dan Napoli, he's the highest ranked instructor that I have, and he's also training and getting in shape into American kickboxing. And his youngest son, Cody, he's only 1.5 years old, and this is one of my youngest students that I ever started. If he wasn't sick today, I would have brought him here. And there's a little picture of him.
You're telling me 1.5 years old, and he's already kickboxing. 1.5 years old.
He has his own gloves, and he trains in kickboxing. He yells, he hits the bag, he kicks, and he loves it. And this might be something for kindergarten classes.
So maybe we might have very well the youngest American kickboxer here.
Yeah, there he is.
Starting a new generation. So I saw John perform, recently at the USKBA kickboxing event. I understand that we have some clips from that event. Maybe you could tell us about the recent, event and introduce some of the upcoming clips we have. So
sure.
Let's roll those clips, and then maybe we could check out some of the things that were going on around that same time, if it's possible. Our team is working so hard back there, but you guys just make it.
Here you see Paul Vizio, the world champion, getting his award from the United States Kickboxing Association, a Lifetime Achievement Award, and that's me handing him the award. Vizio is a world champion for over 30 years. He holds belts in many weight classes. He's a people's champion. Everybody loves him. He's been on national television. He's a true champion and a very exciting fighter to watch him fight. I've seen him many times on national television. I'm his #1 fan. He also studies karate. He's a master in Shotokan karate, and he's also a master in Fu Jiao Pai, Tiger style Kung Fu. the exhibitions were exciting that night. That was what really was exciting besides the action bouts here. You see, that's my son, Michael. We have Benny the Little Jr. There were so many good, exciting demonstrations there. John Santiago, one of my junior instructors from my school, Francisco Hundy. There were so many different people. Mr. Hollis demonstrating Iaido with a real samurai sword. And they put on such a good exhibition that people loved the show. It was very exciting. The weapons, American kickboxing, the open karate, and it was great. You know, people loved to see the little different things and the variety of the martial arts. And as you can see, the crowd, they loved it. You know, yeah. And you can see how everybody really worked hard for the show. Even the exhibitions looked like they were really as bouts. People didn't know, was that a bout or was that an exhibition? And stuff. Yeah, well, they are. You see Mr. Hollis and all the rest there, they're in top shape. You know, they train every day, just like you see these kickboxers here and the people performing. You look at these kicks and punches that they do, they work very hard. So performing like this comes natural to them. And here you see all different bouts and things. It was great. It was really great, and the people loved it. One of the highlights of the amateur bouts was a match between Dennis Prager of Mount Kisco, New York, and Paul Morchiori of New Jersey. It was an exciting bout, a lot of action.
He's taking those shots. Look how tired he is, but he will not stop. And I'm telling you, the only way is if he gets knocked out will Golden Boy stop this fight. Look at that. He's still got the jabs. His hands are down, but he's swinging. He's taking shots. Still hitting with the jab, but Dennis is coming in.
You got to call with that left hook on that one.
No standing eight. He's still taking it. Look at him. And he's swinging away.
Oh, he's connected with the jab and the right cross again.
Chris, this is a close one. I don't know. Who do you give it to? They're both landing punches, but one's obviously Paul Golden Boy's a bit fatigued.
Yeah. It looks like Krieger's in there with this.
Good foot jab on Dennis. Yeah.
Well, the crowd is enjoying this fight. That's for sure.
This is an intense match. Here we go. That was the end of round... Oh, that's the end of the match. End of round 3.
That was a great. That's a close fight.
And Dennis Prager wins. That was a great fight.
Legs of stone.
And here are some of the pro fighters fighting for the United States Kickboxing Association title belts.
And here we go for Asim the Assassin Hanif versus...
Now we're going to go to the main event.
Think these guys like each other?
Right, I'm ready for this one. Look at this.
Well, they seem to be pretty intense.
And this was a bout.
Just in the ring, but
you should have seen these guys. They were staring right at each other, and man, did they mean business.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable.
Well, I've seen Larry Curtin before on The Ultimate Fighting.
Yeah.
And the guy, he's a brawler. He hits hard. He's not scared to fight, and he's
In here, and Keith Jenkins wants to take him out.
It's Curtin in the camouflage shorts.
This is super heavyweight match. And this is for the Northeast Super Heavyweight title of the USKBA. Nice foot jabs by Jenkins. Jenkins is in the Stars and Stripes, and we have a camouflage with Larry Curtin.
Jenkins is looking pretty cut
underfoot.
there. Holy cow.
These guys are big. They're hitting hard.
I was just going to say, Jenkins is
nice
pretty
foot jab.
cut up there.
That foot jab took him down. That was nice. He was off balance. Didn't hurt him, but did the job. These guys got respect for each other.
Curtin with the overhand right makes some contact.
Looks like he took a shot there.
Quick. I mean, that shot was inside. Looked like it was a short punch.
Looks like he took a shot to the leg. That's what did it. It's going to affect the rest of the fight.
It came out of nowhere. It just kind of snuck in on him.
Well, it did some kind of damage to Keith Jenkins because he looks instantly tired. But his hands are up and he's ready to go.
It takes the standing eight and he's back.
Larry's on top of him now.
Well, Larry's a pro. He's not going to let that go by unsaid. He's going to
nice body shot.
Take advantage of the situation right now.
Now's the time to take him out if he's going to do it. Keith looks tired. She's hugging him.
Big guy, you know. Maybe throwing all those punches in the very beginning there took it away. Tried to go for the spinning back fist and misses.
Little takedown there.
Little slip.
Well, it's end of round 1.
Wow, those guys are really banging heads in there. Gina, how do you feel about the, women and the role that they're taking in American kickboxing today?
I think it's great. A lot of more women are into kickboxing. I'm into it, but I'm not into the competition of it because of my career. I've been training since I was 5 years old in Ishinryu karate, and then I brought into more styles into my training, and kickboxing is one of them. And it's great for, physical, to keep in shape, and it's great to feel that you can protect yourself out in the street. And a lot of things are going on, and I feel that riding the subway at night, I feel that I could protect myself.
So you definitely get more than just one benefit out there. You're getting many different benefits, I guess, from the, all of them together at the same time.
Right.
At that time, I'd like to thank you, Kyoshi May, for bringing us the clips. They were real exciting.
It's been a pleasure to be on your show.
Yeah, it makes the whole, makes me want to see the whole kickboxing event again. It was like, if there are any people out there who want to, see a complete tape, of the kickboxing event, how could they do that?
Well, they can contact the United States Kickboxing Association, or they can contact me at my school, the Westchester Academy of Self-Defense, at 207 North Avenue, New Rochelle, or give us a phone call, 636-7530, and we'll tell you how you can buy the tape. It's an exciting tape.
So, okay, we'll have those numbers and addresses, running at the back. So you guys, if you want to see some excitement, check out all those tapes that you guys have to offer. And I'd also like to just ask you, one last question. Where do you think, American kickboxing is going, the direction?
Well, it's going right to the top, but we do need sponsorship. We need some corporate sponsorship, and by being a sponsor, they get super coverage, because the logo of the sponsor is in the ring, and all the ring girls and the ring guys that carry the ring cards in the ring, their logo will be on that. T-shirts from the sponsors where all the staff would be wearing. And there's so much that covers. We send out over, our last show, we sent out to over 10,000 martial arts schools throughout the United States.
Wow.
So, and all the logos would be on the applications that we send out. So it's a real lot of things. The post in the boxing ring.
So it's a huge market.
Yeah,
It's
there's a big thing.
open.
If you have a restaurant or you really want to sponsor something coming up, let us know about it. Some of our great sponsors have been Everlast so far, Pepsi, Coke.
Wow, so you got the big boys in there.
Sure,
yes,
yeah.
That's great. Well, I'd like to thank you, Kyoshi Tommy May, for coming down here and sharing the, the knowledge with us, your martial arts knowledge and the knowledge you have on American kickboxing. And, I'd like to thank you. And John, thank you. John, Mr. Hollis, thank you for coming out. And Gina also, thank you. And I'd like to just remind everybody, if you'd like to, any information on any of the guests that you've seen, it was a fun-filled, exciting show. And if you like any information, just, peep it out at the end, and we'll have all the information there for you guys. Again, thanks you for coming out, and thank you. And remember to keep on peeping. Charwren's Peep Show. Look with sunshine in a box. Till next time. Peace.
Take care.